Hi, my name is Balasubramani.
Hi, my name is Niranjan.
Hi, I'm Aniket.
Hello everyone, I am Namrata and we are here to showcase to you how we handled a rather difficult situation by experimenting. And we did this by innovatively blending and collaborating diverse skill sets. Hi Aniket, good to see you after long. Tell us, how can we help you?
Hey guys, so we are working towards a new product offering which is at an early stage of development and we would want you to assess multiple pack designs for the same. The only catch is that the number of packs is very large and we need a detailed understanding of all.
How is the research going to be used and who are the stakeholders?
Let me give you a background. So we are looking to enhance our company image and this new offering would be the first one to project this image into the market. With this research, we would like to develop some directional guidelines which can be used for designing of packs for further line extension. The stakeholders are 7 design agencies and we want to finalize which design agency we should go ahead with.
Great, that sounds interesting. And how many packs are there? Around 7?
No. We have 7 design agencies and each one has come out with 6 to 8 options. So in all 48 pack designs will need to be tested.
Wow, that seems like a very difficult and different ask for sure. Do you have the packs to show us by any chance?
Yes, here it is. But this is just one set of stimulus. There will be many more sets like this.
And you want to test them with standard parameters like appeal and uniqueness and so forth?
Yes, in fact, there are few more beyond these. We want to understand which of these fit with our enhanced new company image.
Okay, great. So let us discuss this internally and get back to you. The immediate thought that came to our mind post the meeting was to shortlist the stimulus in qual and then finalize in quant or do the reverse. But when we bounced off the ideas to the client, we realized that there were many boundaries that needed to be contained. For example, all option needed both qual and quant evaluation. Company image was a core focus, pack image being a channel to convey the essence of this new image. So we went back to the drawing board and huddled amongst ourselves. What do we do? It all looks very complex. Too many is too messy. And with so many constraints,
Yeah, Namrata, can we try acceptor rejector route or what about round robin? How about paired comparison? Or you know what? We can test them in 7 different panels actually.
I have checked with the client and they do have time and cost constraints. And this definitely will need a lot of time and cost for sure.
Yeah, you're right. We need to evaluate the package design in a sequential manner and to capture the true essence of delta change.
Hey, wait, I have an idea. After a lot of deliberations, we thought of a hybrid approach by integrating qual and quant, which would address all the asks from the client. This was worth experimenting. So, our approach ensured that large respondents were interviewed together to draw respondents for qual. Time gap between qual and quant approach had to be minimal. Normative measures and tables had to be available immediately for further deep dive in qual. Qual respondent selection had to be robust with thorough probe points. So, in quant, a gang survey was decided given that we needed responses of 15 to 20 respondents on all parameters at one go. This helped to select respondent for next qual phase. So, we are now ready to take up the risk.
First task was to make the stimulus easy to absorb for a quick evaluation, since time allocated was critical, especially given that a lot of stimulus had to be evaluated. Having them in 2D simplified execution and their sequencing brought in a structure to the process of visually absorbing stimulus better. There was a need to focus a lot on logistics as well. Tech arrangements were done. Respondents were handed over tablets which splashed questions for respective images one by one. There were two screens, one projected stimulus image one by one and the other had attribute splash on it. There was total synchronization of 3 to 4 devices, which simplified the rather tough task and made it very gripping.
When it came to selecting the ideal respondent from the Gantt survey, a 2x2 decision support matrix was used, which allowed us to plot ratings across dimensions and images. This made it easy to visualize responses on various design options for uniqueness and appeal, the two axes, and this helped us to select respondents across 3 relevant quadrants. While this ensured that we could look at different cohorts of low and high, we had to develop an algorithm to identify customers who exhibit higher degree of variance between ratings of different images on various dimensions.
Since this was an experimental and breakthrough approach, a pilot was planned to assess any teething trouble that might appear before rolling it out in a large scale. Few pilot sessions were conducted, and let us see what we learned from the pilot sessions.
Some more struggles came to forefront but were meticulously dealt with. The entire selection process was administered with utmost agility by providing a gap of at least 1 hour to the respondent to release themselves from visual overload while before getting into qual. We devised a simple plan by placing all images on one slide and projecting a better comparative assessment of minute variation. Meanwhile, the moderator was familiarized with all the expected probe points so that variation in score could be understood in detail as they moved from one image to the next. Since we wanted to decode reasons for why better, we put additional filters of articulation and creativity while selecting the respondents for qual. We relayed the entire session live to the client in order to include the entire team at their end.
Pilot gave us a good idea on the logistics and the overall process. However, it had to be put to action. An on-the-go, collaborative approach helped us to align ourselves better towards the findings. Analysis began during the execution phase itself. Emerging themes, variations, and reasons attached to them were closely administered during the fieldwork stage. Key hypotheses were generated in quant and ratified in qual stage. On the other hand, in a traditional approach, keeping the analysis to the end would have created havoc, especially given the quantum of data. But since we already understood the emerging pattern, it helped in analysis later.
Now that we had the cumulative data, before we did the deep dive into the data, it was imperative to identify the key driving attributes to enhance the overall brand image and what elements to look for during analysis. To achieve this, logistic regression based driver analysis was used. Out of the 6 attributes, it was observed that premiumness and uniqueness were the top 2 attributes driving the overall brand image.
Qual and quant seamless integration was possible by identifying parameters which were top drivers for the design and also reasons elicited through qualitative deep dive. The qual reasons were possible given that we had clear probes which were intervened as a parallel process and not as post fieldwork analysis approach.
Path-breaking work, guys. Very good. I was thoroughly impressed with not just the execution but integration of approaches. We got some clear directions and pointers for next stage of design development. It made us realize that even a lot of stimulus can be evaluated thoroughly.
This paper is our contribution to researchers which deal in large stimuli for design development. Some points to keep in mind. When it comes to scalability, the approach is especially beneficial for early stage design research where the product team is yet to finalize overall design direction and various options are in trial stage. Its advantage lies in providing clear direction on design aspects to be explored and highlighted further for product or pack under consideration. And all this could be done despite multitude of stimulus options. So with this, we come to the end of the presentation and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you.
Good question, Rinku. In fact, I think the proof of the concept is the pilot. So, I mean, it just reminds me of what Albert Einstein once said. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. So essentially, we had to do something which was the moment we got into this hurdle. So we essentially wanted to do something which was different from what historically we have done. So we went with the thought we went with an idea to the client, and then we said that we would actually do a pilot and showcase that this is something that workable. And we kind of really related back to the client saying that with this pilot, you can actually see the real proof of concept. So pilot was very critical because he was experimenting it first time. And given that there were multiple stakeholders, it was not just about the client, but if you remember what Aniket spoke about in the beginning, there were a lot of design houses who were also the sponsors for this research. So it was important to not just convince the client, but also the other sponsors for this. So essentially the pilot was something that we used to prove the entire concept that we wanted to showcase to the client.
Okay. Let me just check if there are any questions. No, not yet. And okay, so a question I had, I think you did this offline, because I did hear that you were actually giving tablets to the consumers, given the context we are in, where we are moving more towards a mixed mode or more, moving online. How adaptable is this methodology to an online research?
Yeah, so I think this is something which is, as you know, is an early stage or an upstream kind of work where confidentiality is of high importance here. We're talking about millions of money which is actually getting pumped in before they kind of finalize the design. So from confidentiality part of view, it is very important to actually look at that angle. So that's why we actually propose offline. While it is very much doable on an online platform, it's just that we need to kind of have buy-in from the client saying that depending on the degree of confidentiality, we can actually go ahead with this online approach.
So you're saying you can do it,
Absolutely.
if the client was, okay,
Yes.
okay.
But
Okay.
like I said, because this is upstream work or early stage research, which is extremely confidential, and most of the clients, I can tell you as a matter of fact, just not with FMCG, but in even automotive category, they are really worried about this data or this kind of image getting leaked out. So online is a bit risky in this side. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you, Team Ipsos. That's all from me. I hand it over now to Rakshit and Himanshu for the next paper. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.